Welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers roster review. We have with us Grande Patron, myself, and we also have with us Finity. Finity's going to be helping us out. And the roster we're reviewing today is Bad Rongo. Say hello to everybody, Bad Rongo.
What's up, guys?
Do you see how much love you get from Grande? He doesn't even let me say hi. He goes straight to you.
Straight to me.
Oh, dang. So we're going to do a roster review. I guess we'll start out with your arena team. The arena team that you're running is Wedge, Biggs, Stormtrooper Han, Emperor Palpatine, and Lando. Also looks like you've been playing the game for not like a real long time. Maybe started about 3 or 4 months ago, something like that.
I started in January. I didn't get serious until like April.
Let's take a look at some of your special teams and see how we're doing on these special teams. First one we want to take a look at is Scoundrel team. Are you able to 3-star the final tier of that event of the credit high?
Sometimes 3-star, sometimes 2-star, sometimes 3-star. It depends.
But for the most part, you're able to get that every time. That's really good.
Oh yeah, I can beat it every time.
That's good. And then some of your other teams we probably want to look at it, see what's kind of working out for you. Is we want to probably see where you're at on Sith. That's always one that everybody wants to look at, and see where you are on Nihilus. And
it's a 3-star.
There you go.
Yeah. Nihilus.
3-star Nihilus. Mm-hmm. Potentially you might be able to run that Nihilus in one of your squads. Probably if you got him to gear 9, he'd probably be viable. He'd definitely be viable at 85. Some of the other teams we probably want to look at is where you're at for like a Rancor team, for possibly like a Rancor solo team. Looks like you got a little bit to go still on Vader, which would be totally normal. But let's see how you're doing on your Ewoks, because I know
Ewoks are big right now.
Are big. They're kind of a big deal. So if we run in and look at those Ewoks, let's see how those are going.
My murder bears are pretty sad.
Your murder bears.
Those are sad murder bears.
Are pretty sad. So it is possible. Potentially, the only two that I would look at really working hard on right now, if you were going to work on them, might be Tebow for some type of a solo team. Mm-hmm. That would probably be the only one that I would really look at. You could probably wait on the rest of them, and obviously I'd wait on Chirpa. You can get Chirpa as we go along. How is your guild doing? How are you guys doing? Heroic Rancors? Are you guys doing heroic tank raid yet, or no?
We clear heroic Rancor in about 20 minutes or so.
Right.
Heroic tank, we're actually just finishing our first one today.
I would definitely tell you to work first on your arena team, and then after you get your arena team totally set and you're able to take at least, let's say, top 20, because right now it looks like you're sitting where you could kind of get up into maybe into the the high 60s, maybe high 70s. We probably want to get you where you can get up into that top 20 range, and then after that you probably want to focus on a Rancor solo team. Let's take a look at your Empire squads for a minute.
That's what I'm working on right now.
I think Empire will probably be the best route for you to go. So definitely Vader's going to be on that team. Potentially, you also might want to. You're probably also going to want to put Grand Moff Tarkin on that team. Those two characters would be great. And then possibly also you might want to look at TIE Fighter Pilot as being on some version of a Rancor solo team for you. That gives you tenacity down. It gives you a turn meter reducer, and it gives you Darth Vader. Let's take a minute then, and also I want to look at another one, which is your Rebels. Rebels is another group that you also probably need to have up pretty high. Obviously, Stormtrooper Han, Wedge, Biggs. Some of the characters here that we might want to look at, just kind of in kind of a slow way, is we probably want to look at farming Chirrut and Baze, and then we also probably want to look at as well farming Jen Urso as being another character that you could possibly use in that heroic AAT.
So where are you with those characters right now? If you scroll down in your Rebels,
Chirrut, Baze,
Chirrut, Baze, and Jen,
and all nothing.
Nothing.
Not
Okay.
even unlocked yet.
Yeah, I could tell they weren't unlocked. We want to make sure that you have that you have the hard node for bays, that you have that unlocked. So we want to make sure that we get you some good allies and that you're able to have that that 9C unlocked. So if anybody wants to help out,
I'll volunteer.
Bad Rongo, we definitely want to help you out with that. Some of the characters you might want to use to be able to get that 3-star is you want to be able to use something like a maxed out Jin, maxed out GK, maxed out Zated Qui-Gon Jinn, or a maxed out Old Ben. All of those characters with kind of your standard Wedge Biggs lineup would do really well in being able to 3-star that event, so you could get that on farm. Yeah, we definitely want to get you to get those on hard nodes. So whenever we get you, want to get you some good allies.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody out there who'd like to give who would like to give Bad Rongo an ally, I'm gonna tell everybody your ally code, so that way we can get that to you. So his ally code, and we can annotate this in the video, is 647-834-729.
So for a good time, call Bad Rongo.
For a good time, call Bad Rongo. So on ships, the easiest way to look at that is for you just to click the click on your name, and then at the top, and then click the little arrow button, and it'll show you exactly who you got, who you're
As
using
your starting lineup.
as your starting lineup. So I think that's super important. And then we can kind of take a look at that. There you go. So you're using Akbar lead. You're using TIE Fighter pilot, Boba Fett, fives, advanced TIE with Vader, and then it looks like you're using Biggs as your other character.
Right.
You're doing a great job on leveling up. Typically, what I do whenever I level up on ships is you want to level up to the next ability level. So rather than leveling them from 80 to 82, level 1 from 80 to 84. That will give you the last ability. And then, so now we've talked about ships. The next item on our agenda is to go through and to look at your mods. And so if we go through here and I go back over your SWGOH.gg, I know that it's not quite filtering the way that it should since we've had this update, but we'll just kind of generally take a look at mods and see where you sit and see what we have. And we can definitely see that you have the you have the health mods open that take all characters. You also have the crit chance mods open that take the scoundrels, and it looks like that's the two maybe mod sets that you've been farming mostly. Is that correct? Is health and crit, health and crit chance, right?
And I just unlocked the potency one as well.
Okay, great. So the potency one, where you're using your empire to do that one. Potentially, we have some videos up. I know some other people do, as far as being able to get crit damage open with like some kind of low level Jawas. So you might, if you wanted to get crit damage open, you might look at that. I also know there's some videos out here about getting speed mods open with some very low level resistance. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things that you might potentially think about if you wanted to get some of those up. I've got it filtered here for speed secondaries, everything except for the arrow, and it looks like you do have some really good mods. You have, for example, some double-digit speed mods. It looks like we could possibly do some kind of changing around. You have a 13-speed mod sitting on Snowtrooper, for example, that could potentially be better on a different character. You've also got some mods that look some 12 speeds sitting on Dooku. He's not typically on your arena team, so potentially we could do with maybe some reevaluation of speed mods. Yeah, it looks like that cross is a 13 speed.
It's a 13 speed with 24% tenacity. That the first thing that strikes me is Stormtrooper Han with your current group.
Yeah, so potentially some of these mods we might want to rework, where we get some better secondaries onto our arena team, and you might be able to do slightly better in arena. Since your guild has the heroic AAT on farm, or starting to do it to where you could potentially have it on farm in the next couple of weeks, I would definitely tell you to start saving gear for General Kenobi, and probably you're probably going to take out Stormtrooper Han for General Kenobi whenever you get him unlocked at 5-star. If you can save the gear to get him up to gear level 9. At 5-star, gear level 9, 85 with max abilities, I think that you could easily swap out Stormtrooper Han for General Kenobi. And
so what's the big gear crunch for Kenobi that I should start saving up?
Carbantes and stun guns.
Yeah, so if you go onto SWGOH.gg and you go to the General Kenobi page, so I'm bringing it up on the stream here, but you can follow along. He has a little thing called the full gear list, and it lists all of the gear that he needs to get all the way up to gear 9. If you go to the gear levels option, it'll show you what he needs for each gear level. So from gear 1 to gear 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. And like Ronde's saying, gear 9 is probably the minimum that you want him to be before you sub him in for Stormtrooper Han. But if you can get him even higher, that's better. But he needs a lot of Carbantes, so you have to start saving now.
But it sounds like you've got a really great plan. I'm glad you're excited about the game, and I'm glad you guys have got Heroic AAT going. Congratulations on that. So
yeah, that was pretty smoked.
That's super awesome. Well, I guess that ends our roster review. If you, the viewer at home, would like to get your roster reviewed by the Reality Skewed Gamers, please look at the bottom and jump into our Discord and at Finity, and he will get you on the list. Also, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. While you're in the process of subscribing to our channel, make sure you hit that little bell icon. That way you get notified every time we have a new video out. We also want to let you guys know we do a live stream every Wednesday, and we that's kind of everything Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We also do a second live stream that's on Saturday mornings, and that is called Jedi Academy, where we have all of the top YouTubers, all of the top people in the game there to answer your questions live in chat. So if you can, if you have the chance to visit with us live whenever we do a live stream on Wednesdays or a live stream on Sundays, we definitely like for you guys to do that. Also, make sure that you're checking out. We have a Twitter page. We also have merchandise that's available. You can check all that stuff out. And we definitely enjoy having you guys here and watching this roster review. We hope you guys have a great time playing the game. We'll see you next time.